Hello, and welcome back to Talk Yura. We're so happy you're here spending your time with us again. I'm Julie.
And I'm Jack.
On this channel, we help you practice real everyday English through simple conversations about normal life.
Today we're talking about hobbies, the small things we do just because we enjoy them.
You know, many people say they're too busy, but when they stop and actually talk about what they do for fun, their face lights up. So this topic matters a lot because hobbies keep us balanced and happy.
If you enjoy listening to real English conversations, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Talk Yura. It really helps us continue making these episodes.
All right, Jack, how are you today?
I'm okay, just a little tired. I stayed up late last night.
Oh, working again or doing something fun?
Actually, something fun. I was fixing an old guitar. It's one of my hobbies.
That's interesting. You play guitar?
Well, I'm still learning. I like the sound of it, so I was changing the strings, watching tutorials, and suddenly it was midnight.
That happens when you truly enjoy something. Time disappears, right?
Exactly. And when I finished, I felt relaxed, even though it was late.
So guitar is one of your hobbies. What else do you enjoy?
I also love photography. I take pictures whenever I travel or see good light.
Nice. Do you take professional photos or just for fun?
Just for fun, but I try to make them look good. It's not about money. It's the feeling of noticing small details.
I like that. Photography teaches patience.
Yes, you have to wait for the right moment. That's kind of like life.
True. My hobbies are a little quieter. Reading and gardening.
Reading I expected, but gardening? Seriously?
Yeah, I know it sounds funny, but planting flowers makes me happy. Seeing them grow feels like magic.
That actually sounds nice. Do you grow vegetables too?
A few. Tomatoes, basil, mint. I love cooking with them later.
So your hobbies connect. Gardening helps your cooking hobby.
Exactly! Full circle!
And mine connect too. I like music, so sometimes I take photos at small concerts.
That's such a creative mix. You're like both artist and explorer.
Maybe, but honestly, it's just stress relief after work.
That's the best kind. The ones that empty your mind.
Yeah. It's interesting how small hobbies can change your mood fast.
True. When I read or work in the garden, 15 minutes later, I already feel calmer.
I think that's why hobbies are so important. They give you space to breathe.
Yes, people often think hobbies are extra, but actually, they're part of mental health.
When did you start yours, Julie?
Reading has been forever, since I was a kid. But gardening started 2 years ago when I moved to a place with a small balcony.
And you turned that balcony into a mini garden?
Exactly. Flowers, herbs, even a small lemon tree now. I didn't plant it. It just grew, like the plants.
That's cute. My photography started the same way. My brother gave me an old camera, and I just kept using it.
Do you still use that same camera?
No, it finally broke last year. But I saved money and bought a used one. Not fancy, just better quality.
Smart move. Good tools help, but they don't create talent. You do.
Exactly. You don't need expensive things to enjoy a hobby. You can start small. Even a phone camera is enough.
Same with cooking. You don't need fancy equipment, just curiosity.
Absolutely. Curiosity builds skill faster than money.
You know what's funny? We never call these activities important, yet they quietly shape our days.
I agree. They build rhythm and personality without any pressure.
So, speaking of personality, if someone says, "I don't have a hobby," what would you tell them?
I'd say try small things. Sometimes your next hobby is hiding inside your routine, like the music you listen to or the videos you rewatch.
Yeah, explore your interests without guilt. If it makes you smile, it counts.
Exactly. Even simple hobbies like walking, drawing, or journaling can change your energy.
True, we sometimes think hobbies must be productive, but fun is productive too.
Funny, the more relaxed we are, the easier we learn everything else, even English.
That's so true. When your brain feels good, learning is natural.
Maybe that's why this topic feels so light. Hobbies connect fun and growth together.
So, dear listeners, as you follow this conversation, maybe think about your own hobby. What makes you forget time?
So, Julie, when you talk about hobbies, I feel like everyone has a unique reason for theirs. Why do you think people choose certain hobbies?
Good question. I think hobbies show what we secretly need. Some people want energy, some want calm.
True. When I take photos, I want calm and focus. But some of my friends go hiking. They want freedom and challenge.
Right, different needs, different hobbies. My friend loves dancing. For her, it's pure energy and connection.
Dancing sounds fun. Have you tried it?
Once, I took a beginner class and realized I have two left feet.
Haha, that's the best kind of discovery. You laugh at yourself and let it go.
Exactly. Hobbies don't have to be serious. They can just be something that reminds you to play.
What about creative hobbies like painting or writing? Do you do anything like that?
Sometimes I write short notes or small stories. Nothing professional, just feelings.
That's beautiful. Creativity really appears when we stop worrying about results.
Yes, and painting is similar. I tried painting last year. My pictures looked funny, but it felt peaceful.
Peaceful and colorful. That's perfect.
Jack, do you consider playing guitar creative or relaxing?
A mix of both. When I play, I stop thinking. But when I create a new sound, it feels artistic.
Same with gardening for me. It's quiet, but choosing colors and flowers is creative too.
You see, creativity is everywhere, even outside art.
What's your most recent creative experiment?
I started cooking new dishes lately. I mix recipes and invent new sauces. My kitchen looks chaotic, but smells great.
That's awesome. For me, it's photography. Last weekend, I tried shooting in black and white. It changes how you see things.
I've seen those photos online. They make ordinary things look emotional.
Yes, emotion appears in simple frames. That's why hobbies are calming. They reconnect emotions and actions.
So hobbies can also be about self-discovery, right?
Definitely. When you enjoy something, you learn who you are without pressure.
And you even find new sides of yourself.
Exactly. Before cooking became my hobby, I thought I was impatient. Now I can spend hours just chopping vegetables.
That's growth through hobbies.
Jack, do you think people need many hobbies or just one they love?
Maybe one core hobby and a few side ones. One keeps you grounded, others keep you curious.
That makes sense. My main hobby is reading, but gardening and cooking keep my weekend alive.
How often do you spend time on your hobbies during the week?
A little each day. Even 10 minutes counts.
Same here. I play guitar 3 times a week. On busy days, I just clean it and touch the strings. That's enough.
Doing something small daily keeps the habit alive.
You know, many people say they don't have time for hobbies. What would you tell them?
I'd say start with minutes, not hours. You don't find time, you make it.
That's true. When I read before bed, it feels like closing the day gently.
I think hobbies are like quiet doors. You open them for a few moments and step outside your stress.
That's poetic. Maybe you should write that down.
Maybe that will be my next hobby. Writing quotes about hobbies.
I'd read them.
You know, people also meet friends through hobbies. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely. I met a friend at a cooking class. We still share recipes every week.
Same here. My photo group goes hiking sometimes. It turns language practice into friendship.
That's the magic of hobbies. They connect people without forcing it.
What do you think is the most social hobby you've seen?
Maybe team sports or dance classes. You interact constantly.
True, but even book clubs are social. I love hearing different opinions about one story.
What books do you usually read for your club?
Mix of fiction and memoirs. Last month, we read a travel book. It made me want to start writing again.
That connection again. Reading leads to writing.
Exactly. Everything links somehow.
And that's what keeps life exciting. New hobbies appear, old ones evolve.
So, what's one hobby you might start soon?
I want to learn sketching. Just shapes and lines, no pressure.
That's cool. I might join you.
Deal! Let's try and laugh at our terrible first drawings together.
That's the perfect hobby attitude. Curiosity first, skill later. You know, Jack, something I've been thinking about lately is how surprisingly our hobbies evolve as we grow older and our priorities change little by little.
Yeah, I completely agree. What we find exciting in one stage of life can feel totally different a few years later, even if the activity itself stays the same.
Exactly. When we're younger, hobbies are often all about energy, movement, competition, just pure excitement that keeps the body busy and the mind free.
True. Back when I was a teenager, I spent almost every single weekend playing football with friends because I needed that fast rhythm and adrenaline rush.
And now you prefer calmer hobbies, right?
Totally. These days, my heart asks for slower rhythms. Music, photography, maybe a long evening walk where thoughts can breathe freely under the open sky.
I feel the same. I used to enjoy noisy things in crowds, but now peace feels like the rarest luxury in my week.
So, do you think people lose passion when they get older?
Not really. I think passion just softens. It changes color and becomes deeper and quieter instead of fading away.
Yes, exactly. It turns inward. Less fire, more warmth, more meaning behind every action we take slowly.
I like that idea. Deeper hobbies reflect deeper needs. They're like small mirrors showing who we've quietly become over time.
When you look back, which hobby stayed with you the longest through all those changing seasons?
Definitely music. Even when I stopped playing regularly, I always listened. It followed me into every chapter, sometimes loud, sometimes just humming in the background.
That's beautiful. Some hobbies don't really disappear. They just sleep quietly until the right moment returns to wake them again.
Yeah, like reading for me. Some weeks I hardly open a book, but sooner or later I always come back to it, like visiting an old friend.
Do you think big life events push us toward new hobbies or away from old ones?
Oh, absolutely. When I moved to a different city, all my routines broke. I left football behind, but photography arrived naturally with every new street and skyline.
That fits perfectly. Photography matches travel and change. Both need eyes wide open and curiosity constantly alive.
Exactly. Our hobbies adapt just like we do. They reshape to fit the new version of our lifestyle and time.
When I started working full time, my free hours became tiny, so my hobby shrank too. But their meaning grew stronger at the same time.
Yes, when life gets busy, 15 peaceful minutes with your passion can feel golden, like a secret recharge for your spirit.
And that's why the simplest hobbies survive the busiest lives, right?
Exactly. Things like walking, sketching, journaling, or just listening to soft music before bed are small but extremely powerful.
Some people feel sad when they realize they've lost their old hobbies. Have you ever felt that kind of emptiness?
I have. I stopped painting years ago because I started judging myself too hard, as if a hobby needed to impress someone else.
That's such a common story. But hobbies aren't about perfection, they're about presence and letting go of pressure.
Exactly. Hobbies don't like judgment. They like freedom. and a little bit of childish courage to make a mess again.
Maybe hobbies never disappear. We just quietly close the door for a while, and we can always open it again when we're ready to smile at it.
And even that thought itself can feel healing, right?
Yes, it's comforting to know nothing you love is truly lost. It's just waiting for an invitation to return.
What about age and learning new things? Do you believe there's a real limit?
Not at all. I've met people who started dancing in their 60s and looked happier than ever after just a few classes.
Or people who began learning languages after retirement? Their brains sparkled again like teenagers discovering the world.
Hobbies truly don't care about age. They only respond to curiosity and the spark that says, why not?
Still, many adults stop exploring because they're afraid of looking foolish or childish.
And that's a real shame because playfulness isn't childish. It's one of the most human instincts we have, but often hide behind responsibility.
Exactly. Children simply remind us of something we already know, that joy doesn't need a purpose to be meaningful.
So, would you say hobbies can help people feel younger in spirit?
Absolutely. When you laugh while learning new tricks on a guitar or while dancing badly, you stay younger in ways no cream can do.
Because when hearts stop finding joy, the aging begins from the inside, not the outside.
That's why hobbies become quiet therapy for the soul. They reset emotion without any medicine or rule.
I love that. Realizing hobbies are not a luxury but essential mental health care.
Yes, they're survival tools wrapped in fun, helping us handle hard moments without knowing they're healing us slowly.
And the best part is, they ask for nothing big in return, just a little time and honest attention.
During difficult times, what do your hobbies give you the most? Comfort, focus, or distraction?
Maybe all three combined. They give structure when everything feels messy, and a gentle silence when thoughts get too loud.
Or companionship, when loneliness starts speaking louder than reason? Shared hobbies calm that voice instantly.
Yeah, a simple routine like weekend photo walks keeps my head clear and my heart connected across small moments.
I remember joining my book club during my hardest year. It transformed my heavy evenings into quiet hours of warmth and talk.
My photography group did the same. Ordinary people, different stories, but united by the same light chasing through the lens.
It's magical when hobbies build friendships effortlessly, without forcing conversation. Just mutual comfort.
Those are the best kinds of friendships, the ones that breathe in silence but mean everything.
Yes, sometimes you don't need to explain yourself. Your shared hobby already says it for you.
Maybe then the real question isn't, what's my hobby? But rather, what do I truly need right now?
And that simple change of question might open a completely new part of life, don't you think?
Definitely. When we listen to what our spirit needs, hobbies become answers instead of just activities.
They become gentle reflections of growth, little stories written in moments of peace.
And maybe that's why every new hobby feels like meeting an upgraded version of yourself.
So, who knows? Maybe our next hobby has already chosen us, waiting quietly until we finally notice it.
I love that idea. It's the softest way to end a long conversation about growth and life's simple joys.
Before we move on, maybe it's a good moment to slow down and look at some words we used while talking about hobbies.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Simple words become powerful when you really understand how they work in real conversations.
Let's start with the word hobby. It's something you do in your free time because you enjoy it, not because you must.
Exactly. A hobby isn't work, and it isn't a responsibility. It's chosen by your interest, not by pressure.
And it can be very small, right?
Of course. Reading a few pages, taking photos on your phone, or walking quietly all count as hobbies.
Another word we used a lot was grow or grow older. It simply means changing as time passes.
Yes, growing doesn't only mean age, it also means experience, emotions, and understanding life better.
We also talked about change. In this context, it means becoming different, not losing something forever.
That's important. When hobbies change, it doesn't mean we failed or quit. It means our needs changed.
What about the word passion?
Passion means strong interest or deep love for something. It can be loud and exciting or quiet and calm.
And like we said, passion doesn't disappear easily. It often just becomes softer and more peaceful with time.
Another useful phrase was free time. This simply means time when you're not working or studying.
Yes, free time isn't always long. Even 10 minutes in the evening can be free time if it's yours.
We also mentioned mental health. That sounds serious, but it can be explained very simply, right?
Definitely. Mental health means how your mind feels. Calm, stressed, happy, tired, or overwhelmed.
Hobbies help mental health because they give your mind rest, joy, or focus when life feels heavy.
Let's talk about routine, since it connects closely with hobbies.
A routine is something you do regularly. For example, reading before bed or walking every weekend.
When hobbies become part of a routine, they feel more natural and less like something extra.
We also use the word comfort several times. What does it mean here?
Comfort means feeling safe, calm, and relaxed. Hobbies often give comfort without asking questions.
Another important word was stress. Stress is the feeling of pressure or worry inside your body and mind.
When stress builds up, hobbies help release it slowly, like opening a window in a closed room.
We talked about being afraid of starting new hobbies, too.
Afraid simply means feeling nervous or uncomfortable about the result, not being in real danger.
And we learned that feeling afraid doesn't mean stop. It often means you're about to grow.
What about playful or playfulness?
Playful means doing something just for fun, without judging yourself or worrying about results.
Playfulness is very healthy. It brings lightness back into adult life.
We also used connection and companionship.
Connection means feeling close to others or yourself. Companionship means not feeling alone.
Shared hobbies create connection naturally, without forcing deep talk or explanations.
One last word was meaningful.
Meaningful means something feels important inside, even if it looks small from the outside.
And that's the heart of hobbies. Small actions that quietly fill life with meaning.
So these words aren't difficult. They just describe real human feelings we all experience every day.
So today we talked about hobbies, how they grow, change, and help us feel calm and alive even in busy times.
We learned that hobbies are not just fun. They are small doors to mental health, creativity, and peace.
Exactly! A hobby can be walking, drawing, cooking, or simply listening to music after a long day.
The important thing is that it makes you smile and reminds you who you are beyond work and stress.
And remember, our last video was all about daily routine, how morning habits decide your mood and energy.
When routine meets hobby, life feels balanced, like a quiet rhythm. One part duty, one part joy.
So if you haven't watched that daily routine video yet, click back to it right after this. It fits perfectly with what we talked about today.
Together, they show you how small choices, morning calm or evening creativity, can change your whole week.
And hey, if you enjoyed this talk, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next real-life English chats.
Your support really helps us keep making useful, friendly lessons for you every week.
Now here's the question of the day. What hobby makes you forget time completely?
Is it cooking, painting, playing an instrument, or maybe taking photos of sunsets? Tell us in the comments below.
Try saying it in English, even one simple sentence, and you'll practice while sharing something personal.
There's no wrong answer. Every small hobby counts because it connects you to peace and creativity inside.
And if you haven't found your favorite one yet, don't worry. Just start something tiny today.
Read 3 pages, draw one quick sketch, or take a short walk with music. You'll be surprised how good it feels.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present and curious.
The joy you create from hobbies stays with you, even when the rest of life feels heavy.
So, keep learning, keep growing, and keep playing. That's how you make English and life beautifully connected.
Thanks for spending your time with us here. We're so proud of your progress and your passion to learn.
Take care of yourself today, stay kind to your mind, and don't forget to smile at small moments.
See you in the next video, where we'll explore another everyday theme for your real daily English practice.
Until then, keep enjoying your hobbies and your routines, and stay happy with your English journey.